You called because you're interested in being either a poll worker or a poll watcher.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know the difference between the two?
I do.
Okay, so are you interested in doing both or either, or what do you want?
I would like to be actually either or would be fine with me. It's whatever openings you have. I just want to be able to help.
Yeah, so for sure we need poll watchers, but poll watchers need to go to a training.
Okay.
And the trainings 2 o'clock Friday or on October 7th at 10 a.m.
Okay.
And so we are training them here in our office, and the class takes about an hour and a half. We also will need probably clerks on election day. We've already filled all the judge positions, but we will need clerks on election day. And what happens with that is there's 46 polling places, and there's Republican judges at each of them, and so they are required to pick their own clerks. And so they'll call me and try to get some clerks to come and help them. So we're maintaining a list of clerks, so you may or may not get called for that.
Okay.
So let me put that, and you're interested in both, possibly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is Shannon, what's your last name?
Fox, F-O-X.
Okay, and can I get your address?
Hold on just 1 second.
And what's the zip code there?
6707.
Okay, and this number I called, and then in 2480, that's your good phone number?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you have an email that you wanted to share with us?
No, ma'am. I actually have so many. I don't check them very often, to be honest.
That's fine. You're not the only one. Okay, so great. So I'm going to mark you down that you're interested in being a poll watcher. Did you catch those times for the poll watcher training?
I did. I've got you on record here, as a matter of fact.
Okay. So do you know which one that you might go to? Either this Friday at 2 o'clock or October 7th at 10 o'clock?
I'm thinking the Friday would be the better one for me.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to add you to that list. If it doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world. But let's start with that one. And that's for poll watcher training. And we will see you there.
Sounds great. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thanks for calling.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye. I finally got through, folks. I've been trying to get a hold of these poll watcher, McLennan County poll watchers, getting people registered to vote, canvassing, poll workers, poll watchers. There's several clerks positions, several positions open here in my town in Waco, Texas. But it's not easy to get these people on the phone. The lady finally called me back. Thank God. I didn't know I was going to get to talk about this today on the video, but she happened to call about the time I'm starting the video. So here we go, folks. As you know, I am trying to get on, whether it be a volunteer, whether it be on a paid basis. They actually have both, depending on what position you're in. Doesn't matter to me. I like to get paid to participate in the election process by trying to secure it. But I'm just as good with volunteering my services to try to secure our election, make sure no shenanigans happen on my watch at the particular polling place that hopefully I'll be working at. So it looks like Friday I will be taking a seminar, probably like a webinar type class thing, hour or two long. I've already looked into that a little bit. But hopefully I got a human on the phone. I'm on the list. Pray for me, folks, that I will actually get this. I'm in the position right now where if I could do it on a voluntary basis, great. And I will just be thrilled to death to be able to do my small part, not just voting and registering to vote and trying to get people registered to vote and talking to people about voting, but actually getting to watch the polls. Looking forward to it, folks. I hope it happens that way. I want to talk to y'all about several things today, but this video is probably already getting long. Didn't expect it to start like this with a phone call. But there's several things going on in the news cycle that I really wanted to talk to y'all about. Now, this lady right here, I haven't watched this full video, but the way it starts out, this lady is pissed. And I stopped the video just so I get actual real response and reaction from me as well. While we watch it together, it's about 4 or 5 minutes long. But this lady, speaking about registering to vote, this lady is pissed off because her kids were being taken out of class, pulled out of class, in order to go register to vote. And just from reading the commentary of Salty Tex and a couple other people that reposted this, there is obviously some offense here. Let's watch it together. I haven't seen the whole thing, folks. I watched about first 30 seconds of it, and that was good enough for me. I knew it was a banger. Now, this is another mad mother. Now, this is part two. I haven't found the part one yet over on TikTok, but I'll try to do that later. All right, check this out. This is definitely going to be interesting.
Because I'm pissed right now.
Okay, what's going on?
So yesterday, you pulled my daughter out of class, and you told her that it was mandatory for her to vote.
No, I didn't say it was mandatory.
No.
So that's what she told me. These are her words, that she said it was mandatory that she votes.
Oh.
No, but go ahead, finish telling me.
Okay, and that you projected your fears and insecurities on her, telling her if Donald Trump was elected, black people would be doomed.
Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. So let me say this. I am
She busted.
a minority inspector
Okay.
for 1016. And you know, as a minority inspector, you never, ever, ever discuss politics or your beliefs or anything like
So
that.
can we calm my daughter down here? Because at this point, you're making it like she's a complete liar. My daughter had never told me someone said anything such to her like
No,
this.
ma'am. So this is what happened. We were
Oh, this is getting ugly quick. Let's call my daughter down here and see which one of us in the room is lying. I love it. I love it. That's what I'm talking about.
I did call her down to register to vote because we're registering all the 18-year-olds to vote.
She's not 18, she's 17.
Yeah, but she turns 18 before the election.
Yeah, but I could have took my daughter to register her to vote. I did not ask for y'all to register my daughter to
That's
vote.
right.
I have not even spoke to her about the election yet. And I am not a Harris supporter. I am a Trump supporter.
Yes, ma'am.
You see what they're doing here, though, folks? They're trying to get these kids that are just fixing to turn registered to vote. You got these activist teachers and principals and staff at the school that obviously have got an agenda. Oh, she's old enough to vote. Yeah, let's get her a Kamala registered voter in there. This ain't cool at all. I wonder how many places this is happening.
So for you to tell her anything, and it's like now you're saying she's lying. So now I want her to come down here.
Listen, I'm not saying your daughter's lying. What I'm saying is that I did call her into my office. I did register her to vote. We did have a conversation about it. She did.
Why did you register her to vote? She didn't actually ask you to be registered to vote.
Asked me about Trump. She did ask me about Harris. So we started a conversation about what's going on. I wasn't projecting anything on her. I was just talking about things that are going on in the world.
Yeah, did you tell her about the border being unsecure?
So
Did you tell her about all the illegal criminals that's in this country right now?
So we did have a conversation about the border, and we did talk about the border policies and all of that. We did have a conversation about everything. So let me just say this. I apologize to you for offending you because that was not my intentions. I was not trying to project any of my political beliefs on your daughter or anything like that.
That's why I don't know why the conversation was had. What consent forms did I sign saying I was okay with my daughter being registered to vote in school? She's still 17 years old.
So what consent forms were signed for that?
None.
Because there really isn't any. You know, we just register students to vote here. At every high school, they're registering students
but
to vote.
But she's still not 18.
That is not good. At every high school, they're registering these students to vote. They pull them into the counselor's office, into the principal's office, into the activist office, and then they're trying to tell them, Orange Man bad, vote for Kamala Harris. This is bullshit. They are recruiting the 17-year-olds to be Democrats at the high school level. This is sickening, folks. We got to get on top of this one, too.
She had until the 21st of October, I believe, to register, and her birthday is on the 5th.
Right. So we are permitted to register all students whose birthday is that happens by the 5th because that's...
They're permitted to register them, so basically the students don't have a say in it? What?
The date of the election. So
her birthday's October 5th, not November 5th. So she had until the end of October to register to vote. So that way I could have took her as her mother and I could have explained to her what to do, to look up both policies without me telling her anything.
Right.
This is just not right.
She was asking me questions, and so I was answering her questions.
Yeah, because she wanted to know why did she have to get pulled out of class to register to vote.
No, she didn't. That wasn't the question she asked me. She was asking me questions.
That's right. Y'all talking down here? Yes. Okay. I didn't even know it was up here.
This woman's pissed. I don't blame her. This is bullshit.
Hi.
So now when she said she didn't tell you, you know, the stuff that you told me she told you, that black people will be doomed if.
Oh, she got the daughter in there, and now she's doing an interrogation on the teacher, cross-referencing the truth with the lie. Who's the liar here? Oh, I love it. This is getting spicy.
You know, the stuff that you told me she told you, that black people will be doomed if Trump becomes president.
Yes, she did.
I didn't say black people would be doomed if Trump becomes president. We did have a conversation about policies and different things like that.
She's tiptoeing around what the fuck she really said. Why don't you tell us exactly what come out your mouth?
You know, you were asking me questions, and I was telling you about some of the policies that he had and some policies Harris had. So we did have that type of conversation.
I don't think I was really asking questions. I think I was just really as much as so like, right, yeah, right.
So you was just like agreeing, like talking?
No, I'm like, I'm not really, I don't really care about it, so I'm not really engaged in the conversation as much. I'm just like, okay, right.
So you didn't ask me any questions at all?
No.
Okay. Well, this is what I'm going to say. I apologize for raising.
The salesman has been caught lying, calling the daughter a liar, forcing a registration on the girl, confronted by the mother and the daughter, and now she's going to go with this weak ass apology. Damn.
To vote. At this point, she is registered to vote. If you would like to
change
that,
I am, because it should not have been done in the first place.
If you would like to change, you know, anything that's on that form that went in, you're welcome to do that.
I know that.
You can go
We're going to change political parties right quick on that registration form.
online and do it.
I know.
I didn't feel like I was projecting anything on her.
You are by telling her anything that you saying you didn't say black people be doomed. She's saying you said it. I'm going to believe my daughter because she would not lie to me about something like this. Why would she lie? Why would she?
Like I asked if I could do it later, and you're like, no, it's kind of like, no, you have to do it now, kind of mandatory. And I'm like, I don't.
Did you feel like I was pressuring you?
Yeah, she said she didn't want to do it at the moment.
Did she speak to me, honey?
Yeah.
Did
you feel like I was pressuring?
Yeah, I asked if I could do it another time, and you're like, no, it's kind of mandatory. I'm like, okay. I didn't really know if it was mandatory or not. But.
Okay. Well, we're going to agree to disagree on this conversation. I apologize if you feel like you were pressured. I apologize for raising your daughter to vote without your consent and without you having an opportunity to have a conversation with her or even checking anything online. So that's all I can say right now is I apologize.
Yeah, I'm calling the news also.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Thank you. Too late. It's viral already, folks.
I'm taking my daughter out of the school. She do not feel comfortable. I'm just completely pissed off right now. I'm pissed.
Can't blame the lady. Now, if you got teenagers in school, 16, 17, 18 years old, and you don't know their voter status, you might want to ask them what's going on at school if they're registering them to vote at their school. This lady just assumed to know that the daughter is a Democrat. It didn't seem like the daughter really had any political affiliation of choice. And the teacher basically whoever the administrator at the school basically kind of said, hey, you got to do it today. Make your mark, take your choice, go ahead and register to be a Democrat. Come on, man. That's some shit if I ever seen it. I'm gonna play one more clip today, folks, that I thought was pretty good stuff. Oh, a couple of little short ones here. Here's one for you. This is a drop of good news. House Foreign Affairs Chairman Michael McCaul is preparing to bring contempt resolution against Anthony Blinken. Now, who's to say it'll go any further than just a resolution? But it's at least being put on the floor. Anthony Blinken has defied congressional subpoenas more than once, and he needs to be put in prison for it, just like Peter Navarro and Steve Bannon, right? It's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. that's a good piece of news just to find out that we've actually got somebody trying to get Blinken hemmed up, because we know Trump wins this election, Blinken's got all kinds of problems, and this is just the beginning. There was a couple of video articles I had about the elections today, but I'm just going to bring you some fun stuff instead. It says it's too big to rig, which is precisely why they installed Kamala. They have no problem discarding her on the trash heap of their lost election. They're saving Newsom, Whitmer, Shapiro all for the next run. Now, I don't know if that's true. It's very possible. I mean, they could have picked a better candidate than Kamala Harris. They really could have. But let's listen to what this guy here says. Avid Trump supporter. He's telling all.
Yes.
Really supports veterans. I'm an Air Force veteran myself, so I really respect that, because like no other president's really been actually sticking their neck out for us, and I really appreciate what he's been doing for the VA. And he's trying to keep us out of wars. You know, a lot of the things I thought he was going to do, like I thought he was going to get us into war with North Korea. That didn't happen. But he's going to get us into war with Iran. That absolutely didn't happen. And he's a real strategic genius. And I really mess with the dude. He's dope.
Love it. Are you?
That's why I'm here. I'm absolutely going to vote for him.
I'm Spanish, and I'm going to vote for him again. Yes, he's going to be our president.
Hope everybody's having a great day. Like, subscribe, and share. Sorry the video's so long. Over and out.